Welcome to the Fear and Greed Afternoon Report for Monday, the 6th of March, 2023. I'm Sean Aylmer. Every afternoon, we've got the 5 stories that happened today that you need to know about. Story number 1. The S&P ASX 200 finished the day up 0.6% to 7,329 points. Lots of strong sectors today. Consumer discretionary, real estate and financials led the way. It was a good day for the tech stocks on the back of Wall Street over the weekend. Afterpay owner Block led the way, rising 5.5%. Xero jumped 4% and Altium was up 2%. Among the large caps, Macquarie Group and Wesfarmers were both standouts, rising nearly 2.5%. Goodman Group, Westpac and ANZ all did well also. Best on the day was BrainChip Holdings, up nearly 17% after it announced the second generation of its artificial intelligence platform. Worst was Lynas Rare Earths, down 4.5%. Story number 2, plenty of corporate news around today. Car Repair Group, AMA, said insurers are writing off cars that would normally be fixed because the waiting time for parts for repairs is so long. It came as the group announced a better underlying profit, but its share price fell 2%. Metal recycling company Sims will sell its 50% stake in renewable energy group LMS Energy, which operates 36 plants turning biogas into energy and 6 solar plants. Downer EDI lost yet another director today. Peter Watson said he'd step down in the middle of this year. It follows the resignation of the chair on Friday. And of course, it's a big week for equity investors with about $1.4 billion in dividends due to be paid out. Now, the peak week for dividends starts on the 27th of March. It's 3 weeks away, where more than $19 billion is due to be paid out. That's according to the Financial Review. Story number 3, Australia's top spy agency has taken a swipe at social media platforms for allowing disinformation and misinformation to proliferate and flourish, blaming design features. In a submission to a federal inquiry, the Australian Security Intelligence Organisation warns that many of the deliberate features of platforms, such as recommended algorithms that prioritise content or allow for anonymity and identity shielding or have limited content moderation capabilities, can exacerbate the risk of the service being used to conduct foreign interference in Australia. ASIO added that not all social media platforms have rigorous identity verification, and this could be weaponised to enable foreign interference. The submission comes as nations, including the US, India and Canada, look to limit the spread of TikTok, owned by Chinese company ByteDance. In Australia, TikTok has already been banned from work-issued devices by 25 federal agencies and departments, including Foreign Affairs and Trade, Prime Minister and Cabinet, and Finance. Story number 4, the drop in coal prices shows no sign of slowing. Benchmark Newcastle coal prices fell 3% today. They're around $187 a tonne. Now, that's about half the level of January 5 this year. It reflects the fall in global energy prices as the Northern Hemisphere winter remains mild, and of course that's coming to an end. And many European nations have been able to scramble reliable energy supply from sources away from Russia. Coal prices are now back to late 2021 prices, however they are still well above prices recorded from 2010 to 2020. And finally, story number 5, a big geopolitical story. South Korea and Japan have signalled a breakthrough to end a 70-year-old feud that's damaged ties in everything from trade to security. The South Korean government yesterday said it would seek to resolve relations by having local companies create a fund to compensate people who were forced to work for Japanese companies during the 1910 to 1945 colonisation of the Korean Peninsula. Japan welcomed the efforts to return ties to a healthy state, while US President Joe Biden praised the news. That's it for the afternoon report for Monday, the 6th of March, 2023. Michael Thompson and I will be back tomorrow morning with a Wednesday edition of Fear and Greed. I'm Sean Aylmer. Enjoy your evening.